Want to head across the Atlantic right now to London. Tom Belger is watching for us what's going on with predictions of big contraction in the Eurozone. Tom?
Yeah, as forecast revisions go, this is pretty remarkable. European Commission knocking about 9 percentage points off its growth forecast for the bloc in 2020, saying output now set to contract more than 7% this year, and almost 1 in 10 of the workforce it thinks could be left without a job. This is on top of new PMI data we saw this morning for services across Europe. That showed activity plummeting for services firms in a lot of European countries, not just at its fastest rate on record, but also to record lows for that survey. It's been going for decades, frankly. And the headline European PMI figure, 13.6, itself a record low, by far the worst it's had. Spain came in at 7.1 on a scale from 0 to 100. One analyst calling that unbelievable, with anything below 50 showing contraction. Obviously, some firms are trying, maybe because they have to look on the bright side. You're seeing a tiny uptick in optimism among firms, interestingly, as states start to ease lockdowns in some parts of Europe. And I think managers can't believe, perhaps, that things can get any worse. It's probably interesting, probably one of the most interesting things in this bit of analysis, that the EU is saying on recovery that the EU won't, as a bloc, have made up fully this year's losses, even by the end of 2021. And they're saying they think investment will remain subdued. They expect the labor market to still be yet to recover. And I think most interestingly, both the depth of the recession and the strength of the recovery are likely to be significantly uneven between European countries. Puts that down to key differences within Europe between countries in the likely speed of lockdowns easing. Some of them have been far more battered by this virus than others, as well as the extent of their reliance on hard-hit sectors, areas like tourism suffering particularly, and lastly, on the resources that they have for stimulus. So potentially some divergence there, and a commissioner for Europe, for the economy within Europe, warning that's a threat in itself to the Eurozone's future and to the single market if you get those kind of existing divisions entrenched by this crisis.
Yahoo Finance's Tom Belger in London. Thank you for joining us.